This lesson today will be focusing on showing you how to search a specific database and then use the export tool in that database to export citations to a tool called RefWorks. RefWorks is a citation saver. It's really great to keep your citations while you're doing your research, and it also helps format your citations in whatever style you need, whether it be MLA, APA, or Chicago, to put in your paper or your presentation so that you can give proper credit when you cite your materials. In order to start the search, we're going to go to our web browser, and I'm going to go to the SU library. I know specifically which database I want, so I am going to use their major search box down here. I'm going to click on databases, and I'm going to type in the one that I want. I want library, literature, and information science full text. As you can see, two results came up. I'm going to click on library, literature, and information science full text. Since I'm going to be doing a presentation on folksonomies later, I'm going to search for folksonomy right now. So I'm going to type in folksonomy. I'm going to leave it just singular, and I'm going to come and I'm going to narrow down where I want, which fields I want that database to search for that word. For this search, I think I'm going to use keyword. I'm going to come down, and these right here, this area right here, helps limit the search. So instead of looking for any year at all, I'm going to look specifically for 2005 to present. I also prefer that it just pulls up full text, and I'm going to start my search. Okay, now you can see all of my results. There are 28 up here. You can see 28 records found for folksonomy. So I'm going to come and I'm going to scroll through them. Let's see. In order to save citations so that I can export them later, I need to check the box. So for instance, this article by Rolla, user tags versus subject headings, looks really interesting. So I'm going to click on that. And as you can see, once I clicked on that, in the Get Marked, it saved that for later. So I'm going to keep going down and keep adding things to my Get Marked section. This one looks really promising. I really like the evolution of information organization. So I'm going to click on that one as well. And I think for right now that's enough. So I'm going to come back up to the top of the page, and I'm going to come to this Get Marked. And as you can see, the Get Marked, it shows all of the ones that I've tagged. So I'm going to come up here. In order to use RefWorks, I want to export them. So I'm going to click on that. I want the 5 records in my marked set. That's the page that we just saw. And I'm going to come down and I'm going to check. I want the records downloaded into RefWorks. So I'm going to make sure that that's selected, and then I'm going to export. Click on Export, and a window pops open, and it's going to require me to log in up here. So I'm going to log in with my Syracuse ID. So you see, the import was successful. It completed my 5 last references were imported. So I'm going to create a new folder to put my last imported, my new resources in. So let's see, I'm going to come up to folders and create folder. So I want this one to be called folksonomy-MCC. So I'm going to say OK. That's the title I want. RefWorks, I'm not entirely sure why it says that, because they were successful. So I'm going to come to the view, and I want to view, be careful, the last imported. And see, there are my 5 references. I want to select all in the list. Then I want to put them in a specific folder. I want to put them in my folksonomy-MCC folder. So I'm going to say OK. And it wants to double check. So it says, are you sure you want to put these 5 references in the list in the folksonomy-MCC folder? I am, so I'm going to click OK. I'm going to go to create a bibliography of these. So I'm going to go to View, and I'm going to go to folksonomy-MCC. There are my 5, and let's see, I want all of these. I want all in the list, and I want to add them to my list. When I come up to the bibliography, for instance, let's see, I'm going to go click on that, and I prefer Chicago, so I'm going to come to Chicago, and I'm going to say, where do I want? It wants to know where I'm going to get the list of references from. So I'm going to say my list, and I'm going to double check because I always like to double check. I want the Chicago 15th edition. I want them from my list, and I want to create a bibliography. And there you go. There are my 5 references that have been formatted into a bibliography.